What is going on YouTube? Dr. Outway here. In this video, I'm going to be teaching you all about some more of the advanced breeding nuances and techniques. So, just I'm not even going to recap. You get at this point, I'm under the assumption that you guys already know how to breed legendaries in general. You just know how to get them. Okay. Um, So now, with that being said, in my opinion, there's two ways that you should think about breeding. You should think about, okay, what's the fastest way to get a particular legendary dragon? And then the other thing you should be thinking about on how to breed them is, okay, what pairs do they come in? So what two legendaries do I get by breeding these two epic dragons together? And when you start thinking about the game like that, you can save a lot of time, i.e., obviously, because if you're doing the fastest way to breed up the dragon, a particular legendary dragon, you're doing it the fastest route. But if you're doing it in pairs, then you're always guaranteed that you're going to get a dragon that you actually want, and the other dragon not being a throwaway. Um, in addition, I'll also, because I know everybody's not going to be able to have a lot of the dragons accessible, I'm pretty sure that every breedable legendary is possible to get with breedable epics. So you don't have to, play a lot and get dragons that you wouldn't be able to get through um, just normal breeding. So let's get into it. So the first thing that I think is the most important concept with the breeding is that the natures have the elements have a certain tier to them in the sense that nature, the element is going to always be typically faster than every other element. And it goes in a tier list. So nature's always going to be the fastest element to breed up. Then fire, then water, then electric, followed by earth, metal, and then psychic. So you want to honestly avoid breeding up with psychic dragons if you can. And you want to always try to use nature dragons as much as possible because they'll shorten up the breed times. For example, you can see here, I'm doing it right now. I'm using nature, fire's relatively short, and then electric. And the reason why I chose this combination is because I want Nyx, right? I want Nyx, but then I want the shortest amount of breed times possible, which means that I have to use nature, which I am, and then nature. The next thing that's as fast as nature is fire. So that I want Nyx, and I want it to be fast. This is the fastest way that you can get Nyx. There's no faster way. These two dragons, the easiest, fastest way to get Nyx. Okay, so now let's go over. I talked about the breed time, so that's important. So let's just go through. I'm gonna go through each one because I have a list. There's a whole another page that you're not seeing over on the side on another screen. So the fastest way, I even wrote them down. The fastest way to get barnacle goose, for example, if you even care about that drag, I'm gonna go through each one because we are out of time. That way, I'll do most of the thinking for you. The fastest way, and they're honestly two because they're tied. You can use red violet. Use red violet. You can also use let's do epic. Also use core. Where's core? Right somewhere. Okay, fastest way. And then you can also change red violet out and use inky, but you probably don't have inky. Reason why that might be beneficial to you, let's say your red violet's being used somewhere else and you only got one. You can use inky, whatever. But red violet core. And turns out that that's already, two breedable epics. So the breedable epic way is the best way. And by virtue, you get Anubis. Now, I'm pretty sure if you do it with Inky, you get somebody different. You get Hades. Boom. Okay, fastest way to get Barnacle Goose. Now, and these first three overlap, like Barnacle Goose, Hades, and Anubis kind of overlap. So, Best way to get Hades would be, I should just stay in the screen. Best way to get Hades would be red and inky. They're gonna just alternate pretty much. Red and what's my man? Inky. Boom. Best way to get Hades. You can also do Inky and Core. So you already saw that combination. And then for Anubis, red and Inky. I've already seen that combination in red and Core. Okay, so they kind of overlap with each other. I know that's kind of confusing. But now with Nyx, like I said, the best way to get Nyx is this combination right here. I'm already doing it. Okay. Alternatively, you can use red and Velociraptor, red, violet, and Velociraptor. But you kind of got to get Velociraptor. Now, if you wanted to get Nyx the freeway, you would have to do Arita and Core. Almost 100% sure. I'm like 98% sure. Yep, that's the freeway. Okay, now for Kerr, the best way is red violet. You're gonna sense a pattern. Red violet is always gonna be the fastest way to get any dark dragon. Any dark dragon. Red violet's always gonna be the way. And then Amit would be. I have no clue where Amit is right now. He's hiding. There he is. So I hope you're sensing a pattern here. The best way is always gonna be for a dark. I'm gonna leave it up to you to determine. Use your context clues. The best way to get any dark dragon is any dark legendary is gonna be red violet. Okay, and then you want to match up the grass, the nature element to it, and then if you're going for somebody specific, you need that other person, that other dragon that's not red violet, to be the element that the dragon is. So for example, if I want Kerr, then I need Earth. So the nature and Earth epic is Amit. For example, if I wanted Asura, I need red violet. That's not changing, right? I need red violet, and then I need the grass nature type. That's Kern. Best way to get Asura. Simple as that. Now, the lights are a little bit trickier because the best thing you can do for the lights is have. I'm trying to. Damn, I can't find no dragons today. Is to have Ceratopsia, right? Because free dragon. I'm fucking it up. Actually, I can't even show you because the best dragon for anything light would be this one, because you have to have the electric, because that's the typing electric, earth, metal, and psychic give you a light dragon. Electric is the fastest breed times out of all of those, and then obviously the next best thing you can do is be nature paired with that, because that'll also give you fastest sale breed times. Okay, so that's usually what you want to do. Now, I can't show you that because it's being used and I'm getting a legendary. I'm not about to use the odd amount of gems for that. It's too expensive. But I'll show you the freeway. Essentially, what you're going to do is that you use Fairy. And then you can use Fairy and Velociraptor. And that'll give you Lasvig and Pyralis. Those are the quicker ones. Now you can use, for Genie, you just use Fairy and Arita. For Rini, you use actually Amit and Ceratopsia are the best for that, because you can't actually use Fairy for that. Actually, no, you can't. I'm tweaking. I gotta stop the video. No, I'm not gonna stop the video. I'm getting confused. I just confused the fuck out of me while I wrote that down. I'm trying to see why can't I use fairy there. Oh, I know why. Because Rainy is electric, so I can't use electric as the mate, the compatible pair to make it light, and then use nature because that's just logic. So I have to use earth at that point, right? I have to use earth, which is why I'm using Ambit and Ceratopsia. So that's why I don't have too many radies. That's a tough breed. And then for Silent Soil, back to Fairy and Ceratopsia. And then for Unicorn, it's Fairy and Plow. I haven't done that analysis for the Psychics, but I'm pretty sure you follow the same rules. So, for example, for a Psychic, right, this will get me a Psychic, right? I'm pretty sure it's a fantasy combination. So I'm using Grass, right? I'm using Fire, and then I'm forced to play around with this one Psychic. So I'm pretty sure that's the fastest way to get the Dark Psychic. And obviously I would use a Rita. So let's just not a Rita, but a Fairy for the other one. So let's just pretend here for a second. Let's say this is a Rita. Oh my God, Fairy. Let's assume this is Fairy. I'm sorry. Um, then I would have to do an electric, and psychic right here. And that you can't see that, but that should give you uh the psychic light. Psychic light. I'm forgetting which one that is. Those are new to me. The psychic light. Pretty sure it's Themis. Yep, Themis. Okay, I butchered it at the end, but I'm gonna try to redeem myself right now. So if I was a player who wanted to be very effective with the breeds, these are the dragons that I think that you should get. You should get all of the breedable epics. That goes without saying. But more importantly, I would have at least 3 copies of Red Violet. Period. Right? I would have Fairy. I would say that it might be worth getting 2 fairies, to be honest. A Ceratopsia for sure. There's a lot of things you can't do without Ceratopsia. Right? Getting Rini is almost impossible without it. Inky, just because if you can't get a hold of another Red Violet, which I don't know why you wouldn't be able to, because they're a really fast, epic breed. Inky is good. Core, and then Kurnos or Gearing. Kurnos obviously is easier to get because it's breedable. I think Velociraptor is really good. And then you also want to get this. I actually got myself. You want to get this dragon right here, Flash, right? Because that's the easiest way that you're going to be able to get the psychic light that's breedable. But now you get them from Mystic Mountain. So just play a little bit of Mystic Mountain. Shouldn't take more than 4 days probably to get enough coins. Maybe it takes a little bit longer. And you can just get the shards in the shop. That's literally what I did, and it was fine. So hopefully I didn't butcher their names too bad, and you got the general gist. If any of this is at all unclear, I'll do the video over and put it back up. But I think this is good enough to give you an idea of the best ways to breed up the dragons. Just to recap again, use nature as much as you fucking can. If you're not using the nature element, then your breed time is just going to be longer. Sometimes it's unavoidable and you really can't use nature like that. But most of the time you can. Almost 95% of the time you can. Right? And then make sure that when you're trying to get lights, you're using electric and not earth or metal, especially not metal, because there's no reason in hell to use metal unless you're going for a metal legendary, you know. And I should show you the free ways. I showed you a few free ways to get things. Um, if you have any more specific questions, just write them in the comment section, and I'll do my best to answer them and look them up. But I don't want to make the video too long by listing out every single combination that you can do, free, best, whatever. But most of what I said will hold true. Hopefully this will answer most of your breeding questions, this video and then the other beginner video. And hopefully it makes you master Dragon Tamer. I'll see you in the next video.